It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about a story that Yee reported during Front Page News. You want to report the story, Yee?
Yes, 2 New York doormen closed the doors while an Asian woman was being attacked outside. Now, according to the company that fired them, the Brodsky organization, they said the full lobby video shows that once the assailant had departed, the doormen emerged to assist the victim and flag down an NYPD vehicle. It is clear that required emergency and safety protocols were not followed. So they said, we are extremely distraught and shocked by this incident, and our hearts go out to the victim.
I wonder what the protocols were. Like, what were the exact protocols of the building?
I don't know.
They didn't specify.
But I would assume that if there's an incident outside the building, they're supposed to close the door to make sure that the building is safe because they are securing the building. That's what they're security for. They're not securing the street. Now, what they did was cowardly. I agree, and yes, it was foul and morally wrong. But should they be fired? Because they are there to protect the building. I mean, I remember the security guards here. You know, whatever happens outside, they used to lock the door. And we had to push the buzzer to try to get in, and he would look to make sure everything was fine before he opened the door. Like
by that
time we're dead.
But I didn't expect him to
by
secure
that time we're
me.
dead.
I
didn't know that's why they locked the doors.
We had to hire extra security up here to secure us.
I didn't know that's why they locked the doors here. They lock the doors on Friday all the time.
No,
the revolving doors are locked, and the other one you got to buzz in.
But they lock the doors to make sure nobody can just walk in on the building. They lock the door, and sometimes they have to open the door to let you in.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, my key card is probably the only one that works that can actually come inside because I used to get here after doing the clubs. But, I don't think they should have been fired. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't know the protocols of the building that they worked in, but I think there's times where protocol has to go out the window. And to me, this is one of those times. If I own that building, I would be appalled at those security guards' lack of remorse and empathy for that old woman. So I wouldn't want them working for me. Like, you just big for nothing? Like, this is a woman, an older woman, and even after she got beat up, she's just laying there and they closed the door. Like, I don't want you working for me. You can't even open the door to be like, yo, chill. Like nothing.
They said they went outside after the man walked off.
After the man almost stomped this old woman to death.
Yeah, but like you said, you just don't know. We don't know how old these security guards were. And let's not forget the guy that beat the woman. He was in jail for 30 years for killing his mother.
They didn't know that.
I'm not saying that they know it, but he killed his mother.
But they didn't know that. So that don't even matter.
You
can't open the door in broad daylight just to be like, yo, chill. Yo, fam, what you doing?
They should have.
Now, let me ask you this.
That?
So now in the report, it doesn't say that they're security. It says that they're doormen. Does that make a difference?
Yes, that does make a difference.
And what is a doorman supposed to do? He open the door and close
as a means of protection. Yes, that makes a difference. I don't expect the doorman to secure me. As a man, forget the door part. Just as a man, yes, morally that was cowardly for him not to step up. But as a doorman, it's not a doorman's job.
No, not at all. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hey, yo, what's up? This is Levi calling from Detroit. What up, though?
What up,
Levi? Why you named after G's, my nigga?
What's the deal? Listen, bro, not only should they have been fired, they should have been arrested. We need some kind of federal law in America, like a Good Samaritan law that holds each citizen responsible when you see a crime being committed that you need to intervene.
No, but
now you're going too far now.
But see,
that was a great episode on Seinfeld, the Good Samaritan.
But some people are cowards, though, and you don't expect that out of people. Like, it is what it is. Now, everybody's not born with heart. So you can't expect people to do, for instance, right? Sorry, Yee seen her friend get beat up outside the stoop, and Yee stayed on the stoop. Like, she was like, I'm not leaving the stoop. You can't arrest her for that.
And I tend not to.
I was also 6 years old.
Hey, and I tend not to intervene in white people's business.
See?
So if I saw 2 white men beating the hell out of one white man, I'd be like, well, you did something, and I'm not going to intervene.
But we now live in a society where we pull out phones. We yell world star.
That's right.
People being beaten, raped, murdered, and there needs to be a law.
I agree with that.
We need a law. Like, you can't.
I agree with that.
Call 911. You trying to get views.
I agree with that.
Right.
Either mind your business or keep it moving. If you pull out your phone and record, you're an accomplice. You aiding and abetting.
Hello, who's this?
Especially if you don't send that video to law enforcement.
What if you feel like your life is in danger too? Then what?
I mean, you want people to help, but you can't expect it. Hello, who's this?
It's Clyde, man.
Hey, do you think these brothers should be fired?
At first, I didn't. I kind of thought, it's not in their job, but I really thought about what Drama said. And if they're supposed to be guarding the building, that's bad for business. One, it's ethically wrong, but it's also bad for business. I don't want to see somebody in front of my establishment getting beat up. that makes it seem like anybody could get beat up in front of my establishment or inside, you know?
I will say though that they didn't tell us the whole story, because this whole time I thought they were security guards. They were doormen. If they're just doormen, you know, that's not their job. As a man, I think they let that woman down regardless of what their position was. But if they just doormen, I'm like,
Nah.
I don't know if they should have been fired.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Anonymous.
Anonymous, what's going on?
All right, man. I'm just calling on the security guards that got fired.
And what are your thoughts?
You know, I work in a building. That's why I'm anonymous. You know, but they train you to be morally wrong. You know, if they say if you see something outside happening, lock the door, call the cops. If the owner falls, don't help them. Call 911.
Right, and they train you that why? To
Right.
protect yourself and protect the building, correct?
It's not to protect myself, it's protect the building. Because we're not going to get help. We're not going to be help. They're not going to be responsible for it.
What would you have done in that situation?
You know, I'll be honest with you, I don't know the situation. I don't know how far they are from what they saw and everything. But, you know, me naturally from the Bronx, you see somebody need help, you help them, especially an elder lady.
I agree.
No, I agree too. I mean, I agree morally, that's what you're supposed to do, but that doesn't mean they should have got fired for doing that. But thank you, man.
Absolutely not, man. I appreciate it. Listen to you guys every day. You have a good one.
Yes, sir.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, yo, it's Kay from Raleigh, North Carolina. What's good?
What's
Kay,
up,
what's up?
Kay? What's happening, yo? What's popping in these streets?
What do you think should have
You
happened?
ready?
No, I don't.
Hey, yo, Uncle Charlamagne, yo.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, I gotta call you out, yo, because you turned DJ Envy out, and you failed to take responsibility for that, yo.
How I turn Envy out? Talk to me.
Wow. Wait a second.
What?
Son, you gave him a Christmas present on your butt. You turned him out, yo.
He ain't been the same
It
since.
turned out. Yeah.
Why you smiling? Okay, man, is that what you calling for, bro?
So technically, if this was True Blood, I'd be his maker. You don't watch True Blood. Never mind. That reference went over your head.
Yeah. Nah, I'm calling because they wasn't wrong for not helping her out.
Okay, go ahead.
So you got?
Why do you say
Yeah,
that?
like, because if they would have wanted to help her, then they would have got fired from their job, and then it would have been nothing. Like nobody would have cared about that.
Why would they have gotten fired from their job for helping?
Because you always get fired when you're trying to be a good Samaritan.
No,
You would've beat
let me
them up.
tell you something. If those guys had helped that woman in that situation, in this climate, they would be heroes. You hear me? They would be on every morning talk show, every late night talk show. They probably would have got book deals, all types of stuff. In this climate right now,
Or they might have been looked at it if I went to help this woman, a good Samaritan might have been killed. And we could be talking about, damn, it's messed up and grieving and going to their funeral. And their kids could have been going to their funeral.
oh,
You just
shut up.
don't know.
And we always got to go to the worst possible scenario. They would have not gotten
You
killed
hear that all
in
the
that
time.
scenario.
You hear a good Samaritan try to help somebody and winds up dying and getting killed on a train or something. You hear
Man, it was
somebody.
broad daylight in Midtown Manhattan.
Like things will happen in broad daylight in New York City.
I'm not saying
recently.
they don't, but a Midtown
I mean,
Manhattan,
that woman
broad
could
daylight.
have gotten
Broad daylight.
killed.
Exactly. That woman was getting her head stomped in. If they would have went out there and jumped on that man in this class, because all of us are sitting around saying, I wish it would do some stuff like that in front of me, right? Like beat up these old people, right? Asian, black, white, whatever. If they would have did that, they'd have been heroes.
The man killed his mother. He didn't.
They didn't
care.
know that.
He didn't care, and they protected the building. It's not right, but that's what they did. Hello, who's this?
You know, from NYC.
What's up, bro? What are your thoughts?
What up? Yeah, I feel the same way, man. I don't think they should have got fired. At the end of the day, like you just said, Envy, you know, anything could have happened to one of them, and then they could have got sued, got hurt, then their family be grieving. Morally is wrong, 100%. Morally is all the way wrong, but they did their job. I honestly don't believe that they should have got fired.
It's just wild as men if
Thank
we
you, bro.
say our job is to protect and provide. It's just like, I don't understand how we can sit here and say respect older people, respect elders, but you just sit around and watch a 66-year-old woman get her head stomped in like that. And you say it's just business? Got to protect my job?
Hello, who's this? I'm not saying it's right. It's not right. Hello, who's this?
What up with you? This is Tragic York from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
What's up, bro? What's your thoughts, man?
Man, I think, no, they shouldn't have got fired. I feel like the only reason why they getting fired because the old lady was Asian.
Oh,
if that would have been a black person who got whooped, they would have just wrote it off and called it a day.
And then you got to think about, too, that lady called in and said that that's not her responsibility. If she would have left her post, she would have got fired. Let alone what if she would have got her ass whooped. That would have been worse.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother.
What's that?
So what's the moral of the story?
I mean, I don't know if there is a moral of the story. Like I said, I don't know the protocols of the building. You know what I'm saying? But I just think there's times of protocol, you know, it has to go out the window. I just think when you see somebody show a lack of remorse and empathy like that for an old woman, I wouldn't want people with that type of character working for me. That's all.